I never thought a family dinner could unravel the very fabric of our lives. My name is Claire, and I'm 33, a mother of two, and a professional in London's bustling marketing scene. But as I sat at my mother's old oak table, surrounded by the clinking of cutlery and half-hearted laughter, I sensed that something simmered beneath the surface, waiting to boil over. "Do you remember your father's old fishing stories?" my brother, Jamie, asked, his voice a mixture of nostalgia and forced cheerfulness. He was the glue of our family, always trying to hold us together. Our parents had divorced a decade ago, and though we had grown accustomed to the awkwardness of these gatherings, the tension was palpable. "Yeah, the one about the giant pike he caught? Classic," I replied, forcing a smile while stirring my mashed potatoes. We were all here for Mum's birthday, but I could tell it was just a cover. She had been acting odd lately, her eyes darting away when I brought up any mention of family plans. "Mum?" I ventured, putting my fork down. "Is everything all right?" Her hands trembled slightly as she picked up her wineglass. "Of course, love. Why wouldn't it be?" Jamie and I exchanged glances, both knowing something was amiss. As the evening progressed, the small talk faded into an uneasy silence. It was then that I noticed my mother's gaze fixed on the old family portrait hanging above the fireplace, a snapshot of happier times. My father's arm around her shoulder, our young faces full of innocence. "Sometimes I wish we could go back," she murmured. "Go back to what? The lies?" I snapped before I could stop myself. My heart raced. This wasn't like me. But something had been building, and in that moment it felt right to unleash it. Mum sighed heavily. "Claire," before she could finish, Jamie interjected, "let's just enjoy dinner." But there was a tremor in his voice that suggested he felt the pressure too. It was then that my mother's phone buzzed insistently on the table. She glanced at it and hesitated, her face paling as she read the message. "I need to take this," she said abruptly, excusing herself from the table. "Must be important," Jamie muttered, but the sharpness in his tone hinted at an unspoken worry. After what felt like an eternity, Mum returned to the dining room, her expression unreadable. "I'm sorry," she said quietly. "I just need to tell you both something." The gravity in her voice silenced us instantly. She sat down, her hands clasped tightly in front of her. "What is it?" I asked, my heart pounding. "I've kept something from you, something that could change everything." Her eyes welled with tears. "Your father wasn't the man you thought he was." "What do you mean?" Jamie leaned forward, his brow furrowed. Mum took a deep breath. "He had another family before he met me. 2 children. The room spun. "What?" I felt as though the floor had vanished beneath me. The anger from before was replaced with confusion and disbelief. There was a woman. Her name was Margaret. They had a life together until he left. The words tumbled out like stones rolling down a hill. "Why didn't you tell us?"